Have you ever heard of simulation theory? Who fucking cares? I have literally spent the last 4.5 years studying the parallels between life and video game, and I've come to the conclusion that life is in fact a video game itself. And in this new series, I'm going to teach you how to maximize your potential for crushing it in the game of life. And no, we're not talking about the shitty board game. So this is a new series I'm going to be doing on my channel for a few simple reasons. One, I love teaching, but I hate boring. And video games are not boring. So I thought, why don't I just combine the two? Two, I want to teach guys about self-improvement, but there's literally so many other established self-improvement channels out there with great content. I would literally just be recycling their content and not standing out whatsoever. So I decided to make this series to teach you guys about self-improvement in a way that makes it interesting and targets the guys that probably need it the most. Gamers. Yes, I'm talking about you fucking League of Legends bastards. I was a gamer pretty much my whole life, so I can relate. Since no one cares, I'm not gonna talk about what games I played growing up. Let's just get right into it. Characters. An essential part of every video game. You meet some, you help some, you fight some, and oh, hey, you even are one. This applies to real life as well, and I'm gonna teach you how you can understand characters better and use these concepts to destroy your enemies or just like have a good life. There are 3 elements to characters, and I'll tell you what they are and how they work. Element number 1, understand your current character. No matter who you are, how old you are, where you are playing a character at this very moment. Whether you actively chose your character or not doesn't matter. Just know that you're playing a specific character in life and probably have been playing that same character your whole life without even knowing.
Well, which character am I playing, Antoine? And why is it so important?
Well, I'll tell you, little Bobby, little bitch. Let's take a look at the core character types in most RPGs. That's role-playing video games like Skyrim, basically a game that's an open world model to feel like real life, blah blah blah. You got the mage. This is your wizard / magic based character. Strong offense, strong defense. An example in real life would be a monk. You got your warrior, close range fighter, always looking for a battle and a dragon to slay. Strong offense, strong defense. An example in a movie or show would be like Rick Grimes. An example in high school would be like your average C student, not a loser but also not that popular, fighting hard to stand out. He doesn't really have his shine until years and years and years after graduation. That's when he finally passes all of his peers. But in high school he doesn't get his shine. Assassin, similar to the warrior, not as strong but is way more stealth than the warrior. Average offense, strong defense. Movie example, James Bond. High school example, the quiet Asian kid who doesn't stand out but also gets A++++ grades. The archer doesn't like to fight their own battles, but when they do, they fight long range and don't like to get their own hands dirty. Average offense, strong defense. Example would be your high school jock or captain of the cheerleading team. They get what they want because it's handed to them. In high school, they stand out. The healer doesn't fight at all, protects and heals other fighters on his team. Terrible offense, strong defense. Example, the girl in your class who always tries to prevent fights and arguments. The thief avoids fights, chooses to steal to get ahead, manipulative. Very weak offense, strong defense. Example, high school bully. I say they have a weak offense because they literally only prey on people that are weaker than them. King doesn't fight anymore, completed all the main quests, has servants, and calls the shots. Weak offense, immaculate defense. Real life example, Will Smith. High school example, your principal. Take a look at these different characters and be honest with yourself. Which character are you? At first, I assumed that when picking a character, most people would pick what they are in real life. But I don't think that's the case. I think most people choose what they wish they were in real life. Interesting. Me, for example, every time I play a game that has these character archetypes, I'm going straight for the warrior. I'm punching niggas in the face, slapping eyebrows off, and asking questions later. It's not always the smartest move. It's not always the most stealth. But it gets the job done. This reflects me in real life. I could be like the healer and work better with others, but I just don't work well with people and I choose to work alone. I could be like the wizard and play a more effective, long-term strategic game when it comes to accomplishing my goals in life, but I just choose to use brute force and power through to get whatever I want in life. Like I said, it's not the most effective. For example, I started posting YouTube videos at 16. If I chose to be like the mage by being patient and consistently uploading a video once per week from then until now, I'd have a total of over 320 videos on my channel. Over time, the views and subscribers would have compounded and I'd likely be doing this full time. But like I said, that's not in my nature to do, being the character that I am. I choose to slay every dragon that flies in the sky as a warrior. One day that dragon might be to upload a video, the next day it might be to write a song, the next day it might be to get back into the gym. These decisions are all made based on the character that I currently am. So why is this important? Because you need to get clear on which character you are in life to see why you're getting the results you're getting. Maybe you're a healer and you keep the people in your life happy and from falling apart during their battles. But life doesn't just stop throwing battles your way, so in turn, you're taking massive damage when life throws its battles at you because you're helping everyone else fight theirs. Maybe you're a thief and you feel like life sucks and it's unfair, so you use people to take and get what you want in life. But you don't realize that the more bad you do to others, the more bad you do to yourself. And that's the literal reason why you're already not happy in life.
So fuck, I'm just stuck with this shitty character that I've had since birth and didn't even know I could choose?
Well, no. I don't think we choose our characters growing up. Our characters are shaped by our surroundings, like our family, social media, TV, music, school, friends, etc. But once you learn this knowledge, especially when you're an adult, you need to take responsibility and realize, unlike a lot of video games, you can actually change your character at any time. Let me know down in the comments what character you think you are. Which brings us to element number 2. Character selection is always available. Whenever you're ready, you can choose a new path. You can realize and decide that you don't want to live a shitty life being a manipulative thief anymore. Maybe you're in a family with a lot of money, but you choose to take from others or use people because you were unhappy. Now you're deciding to be a healer and give to others, whether it's money or complimenting someone or giving someone advice or helping elderly people move furniture or something. No character archetype is necessarily bad, but each one has its strengths and weaknesses. For example, back to me. Yes, we're talking about me again. It's my fucking video. As a warrior type, since I'm constantly looking for dragons to slay, which basically just means I'm always looking for problems to solve, it's helped me to achieve a little bit more success than most of my peers. But on the flip side, I can only get so far using brute force. Going back to the YouTube videos example, I'd have a lot more success on YouTube if I focused on just that, like a wizard, but I'd also be suffering in other areas, like social skills, making friends, talking to girls, working out. Like I'd be a fucking skinny twig with no game, no drip, but 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, fuck that. But now, since I've built those other skills up slightly above average by working on them for years, all at the same time, I can focus more XP on leveling up specific skills now. Basically tapping into my mage-like traits instead of just being the warrior I've always been. Thinking more long-term with business and YouTube instead of brute forcing my way into 100 different things at once. So, once I find success with that, I can then move into becoming a healer and giving back to others who need a bit more help and guidance. And then move into a king role and enjoy everything I've built with hella servants and 17 wives. Or just be a full-time wizard or monk and live with the graybeards, meditating for the rest of my life. So, to wrap it all up like a spicy meatball Subway sandwich, figure out what fucking weak-ass character you are, choose who you need to become to complete the new quests in front of you, and then start acting like that character and leveling up your necessary skills. Which brings us to our final point, element number 3. How to deal with other characters. Alright, so this video is already dragged on too long, so we're gonna speed around this part. This past year, I learned that no matter what you do in life, it's all about one thing: people. Yes, it took me 22 years to learn that. Basically, there's a few different types of people in the video in real life. You got random NPCs, side quest characters, main story characters, and teammates. How do you deal with these characters most effectively? NPCs, they're literally just there for decoration, just like say hi and keep it moving. Side quest characters. More than likely, you don't need to be doing side quests right now. Focus on the main story and you'll get much farther in life much faster. Side quest characters are like friends that'll be here in middle school and high school, but'll be gone when you graduate. I say just focus on the main story right now, especially if you feel behind in life. Main story characters. These are the people you meet in life that move your life forward more than anyone else. Or they're just a large part of your life that you can't necessarily avoid. Kind of like your parents, your siblings, teachers, etc. Try to befriend or at least keep these characters on your good side. You don't want to turn main story characters into your enemies. I'll have another episode on enemies in the future. And finally, teammates. These are your supporting characters that you move forward with. Unlike main story characters, they can be in and out of your life, but still help you during the journey. For example, if you're going to the gym and you got a gym bro, that's one of your teammates. He doesn't necessarily move the story forward, but he helps you while you're on the journey itself. As a warrior, I don't personally like teammates at all, but they can be extremely useful. If you like people, make as many teammates as possible. If you don't like people, try to find characters that are the same as you or are where you want to be. Watch out for people who aren't like you. I find myself constantly trying to change people and make them like me. I try to show them the importance of starting their own business or stop uploading TikToks for fun and turn it into a side hustle. Like, that's not my job to do. It's not our job to change the characters around us. It's our job to first understand ourselves and then understand the characters around us so that we can effectively maneuver through the video game, life. Once again, let me know down in the comment section what character you think you are. I hope you got some value from this video. I feel really good about this series. Even if I only get like 100 views per episode, I'm gonna still be really happy about it just because it was something I was passionate about in my head, and then I decided to actually take action on it. And now I actually have video ideas for my channel. So I plan on uploading an episode once per week. We'll see if that happens. And I literally already have the next 10 episode ideas written out, so I'm super excited. And until next time, peace.